round two of live. Welcome, welcome. Let me see here. Okay. Let me try to see my other space. Oh. While I wait for you all to join me, I am doing this a lot later, posting a little bit later today because I have been very busy. Okay, I think I found it. I have my little glass in the view. I don't think I like it there. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where I could put this glass. This is my water. Let me see. Oh, hi. I see somebody. Is it me? Okay. Well, welcome, welcome. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to the live. Thank you all for joining me. Let me know in the chat if you could hear me. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see. I could see y'all. I can't. All right, well, today's topic is how to be organized. Who here feels a little clustered, disorganized, or messy? Let me know in the chat if sometimes you feel that way. Okay, well, honestly, I've been there. It took me a long time to figure out how to be organized and stay organized for the majority of the time because honestly, sometimes the mess creeps up. We get sick, tired, or busy, or we just don't notice it and don't keep up. However, if you know how to be organized, those messes will be few and in between. All right, here are 5 tips to be more organized. Tip number 1, declutter in sections. This is literally the first step to creating a fresh looking and clearer organized space. You are going to need to take everything out of your closets, boxes, purses, storages, drawers, backpacks, cabinets. But you're going to do this in sections so that you do not become overwhelmed. I see some people joining. Hello, we are talking about organization, but I'll continue. If you see all of the mess at once, it will feel as if it can't be cleared, and that's why you're taking it out in sections. That's why decluttering is key when done in sections. The goal is to empty out that one area so that you have a clear canvas to work with. And keep in mind, there's no pressure to do everything in one day or one week unless you have energy. But please do not take longer than a month if your whole living and driving space is a mess. Get this done ASAP. Hello, Julio. Is that Julio? Who? Who said hi? Who said hi? Kevin said hi. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're talking about organization. Now, I used to live in a messy environment. My life was a mess, and my space reflected it. You may not have a messy life, but if your environment is chaotic, it will throw you off balance. And wouldn't you rather have peace of mind, clear vision, and a space that allows for creativity to flow in? Having an organized space allows for that. And decluttering in sections motivates you to get there sooner. All right, let's move on to tip number 2 in organizing. Tip number 2 is organize in sections from small to big or big to small. Now that you've taken everything out, it's time to organize. I usually start with the biggest area because it takes the longest and it's the biggest. I believe if I can tackle that, I can do the rest easily and happier. So if you start off with your closet, you are going to do a deep wipe down and cleaning of this section. That's important because you are getting rid of the dirt and residue and ugliness that once was. You're starting fresh. I suggest putting similar colors together and using uniformed hangers. For example, you can put whites and creams in one section, light colored clothes next to them, and then add dark colors. This way, your closet isn't looking like a chaotic clothing party. Plus, it makes it easier for you to find something cute to wear. Also, have your shoes in one section, have your purses in another section. If you need bins, use same color bins to keep certain items like socks or undergarments in a contained space. If you're using dressers, let it match the theme of your space. So now, when you look at your closet, things are not jumping at you. They are more organized and look better. Do this as a guide for all of your other spaces. Tip number 3, have a planner slash organizer slash schedule. Like I mentioned, the mess sneaks up sometimes. But by using a planner or organizer or schedule, you have an idea of what you need to do to keep your space looking more organized on a weekly basis. This also helps you feel this helps you have a more organized life. For instance, I follow a cleaning schedule. I enjoy cleaning on Fridays or Mondays. So I always clean on either or both of those days, whether I am tired or not. I don't have to think about it. I know what is happening and when. So find what works for you. Follow that schedule and stick to it. Using a planner slash schedule allows you to have peace of mind and more time because you're not overthinking about what needs to get done. When you're in that state or that when you're constantly thinking of what needs to get done, seeing the mess and pushing it off, it actually makes you exhausted mentally because you are double working every time you are thinking about a task. But when it is on a schedule, you work once, and then the schedule just works for you because you've already worked once. You thought about it, you did it done, and you did it and are done with it. And now all you have to do is flow by following it. So type yes in the chat if that makes sense. And hello to everybody who is new, who is joining. Okay, let me see here. Trying to see. All right, let's move on. This is huge and it makes such a big impact on how you feel and how well organized your space looks. If you like a bunch of different colors filling up your space, actually we're moving on to I forgot to mention we're moving on to tip number 4, which is color coordination. Okay, we're talking about color coordination now, which is very, very huge and makes a big impact on how you feel and how well organized your space looks. If you like a bunch of different colors filling up your space, try to stick to maybe 4 max, I would say, and have multiple things that match those colors. For instance, if you use blue, white, red, and black colors, pick one as the canvas and then keep all your furniture in one color and all your tables in another and XYZ. Otherwise, if you enjoy a simpler look, you can opt for one main color like white or brown and then accent it with another color. For instance, the majority of my space is white, but my accent is gold. So anything I try to add on matches those colors, except for my books. They're whatever, right? I just put them all in there because I need them. But yeah, most of it just matches the colors. Now this is sort of the overall color scheme of your living room, kitchen, or bedroom. And you could do that for each one. But each room could also have its own theme, but make sure you color coordinate for that specific room to create a more organized space. If that makes sense, let me know in the chat. We know hello to everybody who's joining. I am talking about how to be organized, and I am finally on our last step, which is tip number 5. How do you stay organized? Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. Maintenance is what will help you stay organized. This will keep you from frequently having to start from scratch. And that's why a schedule is also very helpful for the big tasks. But for the little tasks, like placing your bag in its designated section when you are done using it or picking up those socks, be more mindful in doing these tasks daily to maintain the organized space you have created. Don't leave your skincare all over the place, all over the counter. Place it back where you organized it to be. Don't leave your clothes everywhere. Put them back on the hanger in their section or in the laundry basket. Be aware of what you are undoing so that you return it back to how it was. One of my biggest challenges in the past was keeping the makeup off of my sink. I would always be in a rush after applying makeup and I would run out the door only to come back home to a makeup covered sink. Anybody with me? It would drive me insane. But something happened. I think I followed another YouTuber after another YouTuber's advice, and immediately after I'm done putting on my makeup, I immediately clean the sink after washing my hands. That has been a game changer for me. It makes me so happy knowing that my sink isn't chaotic looking with powder and foundation all over it daily. So yes, return things back after using them. This will help you create a habit to stay more organized and keep your space and life beautifully in place. Remember, when you create a more organized space, it adds joy, peace, and beauty, and organization. And you need all of that. All right, my dears, I hope you've enjoyed that. You got something out of it. Let me know in the chat if there is an area in your life you find challenging to keep organized. Let me see if y'all are saying anything. All right, it's a little quiet. And I would also like to invite you to my Mindset Ignition training. It's for anyone who feels stuck, who can't seem to accomplish or set their goals, someone who can't figure out why they're not getting the results they want, who needs a nudge or push in the right direction, who wants to start operating in any area, who is having a hard time sticking to what they said they would do. If you want to start seeing progress in the goals you set, if you are ready to step into your desires, if you need help accomplishing a goal, if you want to expand your mind, and if you are ready to start getting successful outcomes in your pursuit, Mindset Ignition is for you. You will retrain your mind for success and goal achievement. You will understand why shifting your mindset is necessary for transformation. You will get and use practical tools that will set you up for success in your endeavors. You will learn to teach your mind to hold information for future success in whatever you are trying to achieve. And you will learn the secret that will transform your goals into reality. You will walk away ignited and equipped to pursue your desires. So, if you feel like this is something that is calling you, the link is going to be in the description box below, and I will also pin it in the comment section. But yeah, you could do that and some people have asked me about like the payments. We do use payment after pay, which is the ability to be able to split it up in payments, but you could also do it with one card one time. But yeah, that's that. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions. Hello to everyone who is joining later. But yeah, if no one is asking questions, I'm going to let you go. Let me see. Mm-mm-mm. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe if you have not yet, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.